Okay, everybody, guess what time it is? That's right. It's support time. Look at all these supports I have gathered. This is going to take a while, so let's buckle in here. Dimitri and Annette. Interesting.
Your Highness, I have a little favor to ask of you.
Of course. How may I be of assistance?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me about my father. I imagine he was a very different man at home than he was at work.
Ah, so you wish to hear about the Gustav that I knew. As you know, he was a knight who served the royal family since my grandfather's reign. To me, he was a teacher of martial arts and tactics. He was someone I depended on since I was a small child. But he was also a very stern and strict instructor.
That doesn't surprise me. He was much the same at home. He'd chide us if we made mistakes, whether it was with cooking or even how we spoke.
Is that so? Funny. I suppose in front of his family he felt the need to demonstrate proper etiquette.
Wait, are you saying that's not how he was around you?
Even all these years later, there's something I recall with perfect clarity. It happened in the autumn of my 11th year. Before the break of dawn, he woke me suddenly, said he'd heard a disturbance and had me grab my bow. Then he sent me and a fellow pupil loose on a dark mountain. Our only directive was to go catch a deer.
Man.
As you well know, autumn in the capital is very cold. Now, imagine being up on the mountain at night with no idea what might jump out from the shadows.
Is that legal?
That, in a nutshell, is the Gustav I knew.
I can hardly imagine that. He was completely different with me.
I recall one other defining detail. He used to speak of you at every possible opportunity.
Really? What would he say about me?
Are you sure you want to know? There's one story he used to tell from when you were very small.
No, stop! It's probably too embarrassing to bear. Is it?
No. We gotta do it, and that's the only way.
Look, I'll promise to forget the stories he told me about you if you return the favor. Deal?
Yes, that seems the only thing to do.
Oh, that wasn't the reaction I was expecting from Dimitri. I thought he was gonna be like, wait, what? What did he say about me? Alright. We got a B, Dedu, and Ash. Ah, I see. Alright.
You don't like
Good
to talk
stuff.
much, huh, Dedu?
I am not skilled in conversation.
Any particular reason?
Reason? I am only here at the monastery because this is where His Highness wishes me to be. Many here are frightened of me, disgusted by me. I grow weary of it.
That makes sense. A lot of people hate Dusker. They think all kinds of terrible things. Some of them even think you kidnap and eat
What?
people.
Why would they think that? Jeez.
We sound like true monsters.
Why are you smiling? Shouldn't it make you angry?
I suppose.
That's just it, Ash. I'm
If
always
those people
angry.
would just talk to you, I'm sure they'd change their minds. I'll admit that when I first got here, I found you kind of intimidating. I didn't know if it was okay to talk to you. I hesitated. But like I said before, I just wanted to get to know you. And now that I have, I'm not scared at all.
I am not very good at interesting conversation.
We can work on that. Tell me about Dusker. What was your hometown like?
Calm. More forested than Fargus. Each town had a specialty. Smithing, fishing. You would be better off reading about it in a book.
Okay, maybe you're right. But answer me one thing. You're a great cook and you learned at home. Why don't you make more Dusker-style food?
As we have established, people hate Dusker. Food by itself may be harmless, but it is better not to sow seeds of discontent.
Ah,
What?
but the cuisine of Dusker is delicious. I'd really like to try
But do
more.
people know that it's Dusker cuisine?
am
I
pleased
mean-
to hear you say so.
I don't know. Just have Ash bring it out. Like, you don't have to bring it out, man. Just have Ash do it. I don't know. Let's see. We got Felix. Oh, Felix and Flame. This ought to be funny. Look at that. He's already, like, swiping at her. Oh, never mind.
Spectacular work, Felix!
Why are you here? You're interrupting.
Oh, my apologies. I simply thought you were doing a great job. Just how sharp is that blade of yours, Felix? Do you imagine you might be able to cut something cleanly with it?
Probably.
Ah, wonderful. I have a special request for you then.
You want me to cut this firewood?
I do. I shall toss them one by one to you, and you shall make a
What in
sweeping
the
blow
world?
to slice them.
Sounds like a chore.
I saw a knight do it once, so surely you can as well. Or perhaps you are worried that you are not capable.
What? I am more than capable.
Right. Show me what you are made of. Here it comes.
Doing them one by one is tedious. Just throw them all at once.
Oh. Look out, everybody. Felix is coming.
If you insist. Here we go. Wow. You truly are spectacular.
I know.
I know.
You are undoubtedly the most revered woodcutter in all the land. Now I am intrigued. Next time, let us try an even larger woodpile.
Why did I agree to this?
Because you can't help but try to prove yourself, man. That's why. Alright, let's see. We got Sylvain and Ash. Oh, looks like this is going to be the max.
Hey, Sylvain, can we talk?
No.
What's up, Ash? Looking for more life tips?
No. But I did want to thank you for coming to my aid in battle the other day.
That? No need to thank me for that.
No, really, I insist. If you hadn't been there, I definitely would have been finished. You really set a model for my training. I can only hope I'll be able to save someone like that someday.
Again with the studying and the training? You're so stubborn you make Ingrid and His Highness seem downright easygoing. My advice on the whole thing is to just follow your instincts. That's what I do. If someone's in trouble, I help them. You don't need to be a valiant knight to know that. Doesn't matter if the person is an ugly old man or the cutest girl you've ever seen. You help them.
Somehow I doubt that Sylvain would help an ugly old man. There's just something about that.
So you're
It
saying...
doesn't seem like it's a thing that would happen.
Everybody's the same, deep down. It's our job to help anyone who needs it.
Ah,
What?
Why didn't I think
You're
of that?
looking at me funny.
Whoa!
Did I say something wrong?
no, I'm just surprised, that's all. You're actually a much better person than I thought.
Was that a compliment? I can't tell.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean any insult. I was just really impressed by what you said
Is
about
Ash
helping
low-key
people without even
savage?
thinking. To jump in and help someone without any thought at all of reward, that is real virtue.
How did you say that with a straight face? I'd be embarrassed if I were you. Come on, Ash. You're an honest and overall great guy. You'll be an honest and overall great knight, too.
But he's not a knight. Don't you get it?
Of course,
He's an archer.
people like you need to watch
He's
out
not
for
going to
greedy-
be a knight, Sylvain. He's not going to be a knight.
Remember when I said I didn't need anything?
Unless he's a bow knight.
Well,
I don't
I
know.
didn't say
Maybe.
anything about
Is that a
not
thing in
wanting
this
a
game?
reward.
I don't know.
There's
I don't
a
remember.
girl, and we had a misunderstanding about who was allowed to date who, so, I need to hang out in your room until everything calms down. Should only be a day. Or 2. Tops.
Who's the girl, Sylvain?
Sylvain?
Come on, Ash. Remember?
If someone...
You want to be a great knight, yeah?
That's some good stuff right there, buddy.
Oh, fine. Since you helped me, but just this once.
All right.
Wow, Ash just got completely played.
Be a great knight.
I mean, gosh, it wasn't even funny. Like, it wasn't even a fair fight.
Stop all the scandal.
Alright. Good lord, there's a lot. I mean, more Sylvain. Sylvain and Flane.
Hey there, Flane. I thought I'd drop by and see if you'd care for a...
Now, just a moment, Sylvain. If you must speak with me, I implore you to do so from where you stand.
We've got coronavirus going around.
My apologies if this comes across.
You need to stay 6 feet away.
Do not come any closer to me.
Excuse me?
This video is not going to age well. I fully understand that, but it's okay.
I am sorry. My brother has explicitly warned me not to go near you.
Sedith said that? I bet he also told you any woman who comes too close to me is, how does he say it? Doomed to misfortune?
He used those very words. Is it true then?
Come on. He's just messing with you, obviously.
Of course I would prefer to believe that, but one can never know for certain. Particularly when similar stories are constantly in circulation about you.
You know who Flane reminds me of?
I've heard that men and women alike have been seduced by your nefarious ways.
I hate to suggest my talents are being oversold, but...
I have heard that you toy with
She
people's
reminds me
emotions,
of
like a
Luna
cat toys with
from
its prey.
Harry Potter. I don't know. I just like the way she
I really
talks.
look like such a villain to you?
She's got like a similar way of talking or something. I don't know.
Well, perhaps not. You do not strike me as much of a charmer.
When you put it like that, I feel like I should defend... Yeah, forget it. Let's get to the actual point.
Did I not tell you, Sylvain? Stay away from me.
It's kind of
Oh,
awkward talking
gosh.
from so far away. Can I please step just a little?
Truly, there are countless terrible stories of your behavior. I've heard that you panic when there aren't women around to flirt with, that you've gone as far as flirting with horses and even chickens.
What? No. No, Sylvain, no.
Come on. Who would even... You should know that your brother has an overactive imagination.
Yeah, I don't
I
believe
would
that.
like to believe that you are a sincere and reputable person, Sylvain. But there is no smoke without fire. Or so the saying goes.
I may not be the most respectable fellow you'll ever meet, but...
Until I can be certain, please refrain from coming too close to me. Now, if you will excuse me, I must be on my way.
Flame, wait! Come back! And she's gone. All I was trying to do was deliver a message. Flame, hey! The professor said we need to come to the cathedral! I'll run really far ahead so you don't have to walk near me! There, I tried telling her. The professor can't be mad about that.
That's great. This guy. That's something I would do. I'd just be like, so-and-so said to do this. There, I said it. Alright, Ash and Ingrid. Ah, interesting. Okay. Okay.
You know this legend, Ingrid? It's about the Battle of Fodlan's Throat.
Oh, yes. I know it like the hilt of my sword.
With so many valiant knights appearing in this story, I couldn't help but wonder which was your favorite. I really like this one, the one in the middle, the knight who stands in defense of the Duke.
Such a wonderful knight. One of my favorites as well.
That makes sense. He's so noble and virtuous. In fact, he kind of reminds me of you.
Thank you. You remind me of him as well.
Jeez, you
were
two, get a
honest,
room
as is
already.
he.
No, I'm nowhere near as great. Maybe someday. Maybe if we work hard together, we can both become knights as glorious as the one in this story.
Together, yes. Now wouldn't that be something? If only we could.
Why not?
Ash, the legends are exactly that. Legends. They're not indicative of real life. The cards we are dealt are what they are. We can work with what we have, but we can't change what's in our hand.
Well, I mean, you can. Like, I know Texas Hold'em, you can swap out your hand, but...
What's that supposed to mean?
Ash, it means you're poor, and I'm not.
I long
That's what it
to
means.
serve His Highness as a knight. The sort of knight that legends are written about. But I was born bearing a crest, and with that comes responsibility. Whether I like it or not, I am the last hope of House Galatea. I am the only one who can carry on the family bloodline and restore our lost fortune. To do that means setting aside my own dreams and ambitions.
You still have the right to pursue your dreams.
Ash, I must ask something of you.
Yes, of course. Anything.
My dream is aligned with your own. Please, for both of us, promise to see yours through.
That doesn't seem fair.
My dream is for you to
I'll
pursue
never be
your
able to see
dream.
my dream through. Doing so would mean terrible misfortune for others. So, I am bound by honor not to follow through on my own dream. But I can help you achieve yours.
Come on, this isn't like you at all. Please, don't smile when your eyes are so sad.
Dang, man. It's heating up between Ingrid and Ash. Oh, Mercedes and Ingrid. I see.
Apologies for my late arrival, Mercedes. My duties ran long, as per usual.
There's no need to apologize at all. Please, have a seat. We've met for tea so many times, but you never seem to get used to it, do you, Ingrid?
Not entirely, no. I'm not accustomed to being treated so delicate. Anyway, what will we talk about today?
I actually wanted to gripe about something that's been bothering me.
You? Gripe? Now that's unusual. I'm happy to listen, of course. It's the least I can do after all the kindness you've shown me.
Thank you. The one thing I really wanted to talk about is marriage.
Oh?
Yes. I received a letter from my adoptive father about marriage discussions with a noble family.
And will you accept?
That's the problem. No matter what I decide, I'll probably be married off anyway. What I really want to do is help those in need. But I think it would be more difficult to do so if I married a nobleman.
Understandably so. Sounds to me like you need a strategy to silence your father.
Sorry? To silence him?
Permanently.
Don't you agree? It seems the best course of action would be to consider severing all ties with the family and running away.
Take this poison-tipped spear.
We don't need to go that far. I'm sorry, I really just needed to let that out. I don't need you to worry about solving my problems.
Oh, okay. It's just a bit personal for me, actually. My own father has brought countless marriage proposals to my attention. He always was obsessed with me carrying on the family bloodline. At a very young age, my hand had already been promised to someone in marriage. But Glenn died young.
That must have been difficult for you. Would you have married him if he had survived?
Nah.
That's a good question. It's hard to imagine now. Although I did admire him quite a lot, he held true to the ideals of knighthood, proudly serving the king. Even after all these years, I aspire to be the type of knight that he embodied. But that's just it. I'm not a tool for furthering my family's fortunes. I'm a knight at heart. regardless of what my father desires.
I see. A very noble cause indeed. How strange that we should be worrying about the same thing.
Even though we are such different people.
It's true. Enjoying a nice chat over tea with you like this makes me realize maybe the paths we walk aren't so different after all. Don't you think?
I do. These tea parties of ours, they really are something special.
That they are. Ingrid, I would love to get to know you.
You better watch out, Annette. Ingrid's gonna take you away. Or take Mercedes away.
I want to know about your childhood, your favorite books, the sweets you like, anything at all.
Absolutely. I'm happy to speak with you anytime. And I want to know you better too, Mercedes.
Best friends forever. Alright, let's see. Looks like Annie and Ingrid. Oh, yeah.
Ingrid?
What's the matter, Annette? You look upset.
Man, this is like Ingrid's time to shine
just
today or something. Holy
so
crap.
Sorry, I had no idea.
I'm not sure I follow. Take a breath. What's going on?
Well, I was really curious about why you're not interested in things like makeup. So I asked some of our friends about it, and...
Oh, I see. I imagine they mentioned that my family was fairly poor, and they probably also mentioned that I lost my fiancé. Correct?
They did. I'm so sorry. It was thoughtless of me to try pushing those things on you.
It's perfectly fine, Annette. It's true, my family struggled financially. It wasn't easy growing up, but it taught me values I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And we weren't so poor that I consider myself deprived. I'm sure my family would have bought me makeup if I had wanted it. But it never mattered enough to me. Not then, and not now.
Oh, so you just never sought that stuff out?
Never. While I acknowledge it can be fun, fussing over my outward appearance isn't an instinct of mine.
I don't believe that for a second.
When I was younger, I'd usually be found covered in
I mean,
dirt,
otherwise you'd
bugs
be
in my
fat.
hair, and a big smile on my face.
If you really didn't care,
Things
you'd be
haven't
fat.
changed too much since. Then, when my fiancé passed on, my priorities shifted even further. It reminded me of what's most important in life. Beyond that, it's hard to think of myself changing without him around to see it, even if it's something trivial like how I present myself. But talking to you has helped me realize it's okay to loosen up and enjoy those things if I want. So, thank you.
Me? Oh, I didn't do anything at all. Except pester.
More importantly, do you notice anything different about me today?
Yes. It's very subtle, but I could tell right away.
Oh my gosh, why did you do this whole runaround, Annie? If you already knew.
You could? Oh, that makes me happy.
Why would you do
I
that?
was trying to apply it just
I can't
how
really
you showed
tell.
me.
You did great. And it really suits you.
They should have like edited Ingrid's portrait
I think
to
there's a lot I can learn from
have
you.
like clearly have
Help me
makeup
embrace
on.
the lighter side of life I quite like.
It's my pleasure. Ooh, this is so great. Want to go shopping to celebrate?
Shopping? But what would we buy? That sounds so overwhelming.
You obviously buy things you don't
Here's a dress I've
need.
been eyeing for a while now.
You've never considered that?
Certain it will complement your pretty eyes. Just leave it to me, Ingrid. I'll make you the most fabulous knight this world has ever seen.
Fabulous night.
Well, that does sound fun. I look
Ingrid
forward
the
to it.
Fabulous Knight. So fab. Alright, well, that's it for now. I want to see what Catherine... Oh gosh, Catherine can support a lot of people. Alright. Well, that's it for now. We will get back to the regular game in the next episode.